recent Rock Gods Hall of Fame inductee and frontman for two of history's biggest selling bands, rock and roll royalty Duncan Faure. Hi, Duncan.
Hello, Susan.
Thanks for talking to us today.
Nice to be with you.
You're out here on the East Coast. You're celebrating the release of your new CD, Machines from the Other Side. And last night you performed just an incredible rocking listening party for fans who traveled from all over the country, some as far as 10 hours away drive. How's that make you feel?
Great. I met a lot of great people last night. It was good. It was up and close and personal. And it was nice. Kind of a new idea to travel around and tour.
Yeah, it made a lot of people happy.
Yeah,
it was such a great night.
10 hours, you're right, yeah. Someone
from Toronto came, we had people from Michigan, Ohio. It was pretty incredible.
Yeah, we had lots of fun, yeah, it was good.
Let's go back in time for a little bit. In the 70s, you were the front man for one of South Africa's biggest bands, Rabbit.
South Africa's biggest band, yes.
It was the biggest,
yes.
Not one of. Oh,
yes,
sorry,
no.
Forgive me. The biggest band, not. Rabbit, in all caps.
Yes, Rabbit.
Tell us about what that was like being a rock star as a young guy.
We could do no wrong when Rabbit came. I mean, it was South Africa. It was obviously the political situation at the time, so it was very, what's the word, kept in South Africa, and it just exploded. I mean, it was just, it's just, all the green lights were on. It just went,
so you were playing big theaters,
yeah,
screaming,
we went from
carrying on?
one screaming girl to 3 weeks there were 3,000, and it just kept going. And then, and my partner in the band was Trevor Rabin, you know, the one that I joined Yes.
Is he in Yes, yeah?
Owner of the Lonely. Him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we just owned South Africa about 3 years. Then foolishly we broke up. Like when you're young and stupid, and you know.
Yeah. Well, after you broke up, you joined another big band, the Bay City Rollers. You fronted that band.
That was very nice.
And you were responsible. Well, you helped record some of the critically acclaimed albums that came during those years.
Yeah.
Exploring maybe more mature themes.
Right.
Tell us about that experience. What was that like?
The Rollers are still incredible people. It was just a great time, and they were huge at that time. So obviously it was. We stayed at the Plaza, you know, we traveled the world, we played every city around the world, well, not every city, but you can in most of the places. And it was just an incredible time with good people. And again...
Big theater, screaming, all that. Oh, wow. That must have been so much fun.
And even last night, a lot of the people, you know, we're doing a Junior's Farm. I'm setting up and getting dressed for and I'm looking, there's like... hundreds of roller posters. There's Eric looking at me, and there's so-and-so, and Beatles looking at me. It's like a... so, and people still love rollers. Yeah, they love rollers.
Absolutely.
There's fests going on in various places.
The music has definitely stood the test of time.
And hopefully, you know, the band will get their money someday, because they could certainly
rightly
do
deserved.
with
Absolutely rightly deserved.
They could certainly use
some
money in the music industry.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to bring it to the future now.
Yes.
Let's talk about your new CD, Machine from the Other Side. It's your new new CD.
Yes.
You have 2 Lennon compositions on the CD.
Yeah, Imagine and Tennessee.
Yeah, tell us about what that was like.
Tennessee was, I used to tape the Lost Lennon tapes back in the 90s, and I found these beautiful parts that it's sort of written a verse chorus. And in a later stage, different, and I found all these bits and put them together, and we recorded it and got permission from Yoko to use it.
Can you tell us about Love and Dream Wishes? Do you have a story about that?
Yes. And my late brother Bill Faure, he and I went to the Dakota in 1980. 78, February 78, and. You know, we sort of knocked on the downstairs area there and we said, we're here, you know, can you tell him to come down? And of course he didn't, but they took a scrapbook of mine, because we brought a, Rabbit scrapbook that had all the South Africa's Beatles, so they could open up and go, well, you know, who are these people? So the book went up and he signed it and came down with a quote, Love and Dream Wishes. So many years later, about 3 years ago, I decided, you know what, let's write a song with that quote. So there's a song on there called Love and Dreamed Wishes, which is actually a John Lennon quote.
It's a beautiful song. The CD is beautiful. It's you with your piano, kind of stripped down. It's really, really gorgeous. So
thank you.
Everyone go to Amazon and buy it.
Love and dream wishes.
Yeah, and speaking of Amazon, you also dropped a new single yesterday.
Back in the day, released yesterday, September 20th.
And folks can just go to Amazon and download that as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, please do.
Cool.
Okay.
Just some fun questions now.
Yes.
Well, we asked you. You play a lot of instruments, including
guitars
guitar.
And pianos. I grew up on that.
And were you classically trained?
Yes.
You've just been playing your whole life, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Is there a song out there that you never tire of?
Hard Day's Night.
I think you're a Beatles fan.
Not.
No. Here we go. I think I might know the answer to this. But if you could co-write with anyone, who would it be?
And of course, the obvious ones.
Well, not obvious to
Craig
whom?
Wood
Craig Wood. So Lennon, McCartney. Any other songwriting heroes?
Well, of course, the Rollers and Trevor Rabin, of course. If that ever happens again.
Who were the primary songwriters for the Rollers?
Eric, Woody, and in later years I did a lot of it. And I miss them. It was great times, they say.
They're good
Get my
guys.
Scottish back.
What was the first piece of music you heard that made you want to perform? Do you remember?
You don't want to know, just a kid thing in South Africa. But I think Hard Day's Night is what probably ruined it all for us.
Well, ruined it. Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
A song called Rain, not the Beatles' Rain, but nice.
Do you remember it?
I think I remember the chorus thing, yeah.
You going to give us any?
Rain, clouds, How's that? How's that?
Any producers that you like to collaborate with?
Yeah, Giles Martin, again, anybody in the... I think the Rollers again,
Mm-hmm. That would be a lot of fun. We would support that.
People that would love to see that again. And there've been some huge offers to put Rabbit together again. And I don't know, just none of them are ever getting back together. It's too weird.
It's time to get back together. It's time.
And Rabbit as well. There've been some huge offers to do stuff.
Let's work on that. What's next for you besides getting together with Rabbit and the Rollers?
We're going to go and walk down Junior's farm and light a big fire and have a barbecue and...
Oh, wonderful.
No, you mean music?
Yeah,
music.
kind of, yeah.
Yes, music.
We'll reel you back in.
Just continue. We're going to carry on touring. There were 4 offers to do 4 shows for Bay City Rollers this year, and they wanted me in the band, which was nice. I was part of it. And that fell through, so I'm kind of hoping for some of that.
Oh.
Let's have some water.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So where can we get updates on what's going on? You have a website?
Yes, I've got a website. It's simplymyname.com.
DuncanFaure.com.
And I have all the Facebooks up. I have about Twitter. And Reverb Nation, you can hear a lot of my stuff. I recently had a song covered by a Swedish group, and somebody was telling me last night, La Fleur Fatale, and that was interesting. One of the people last night, somebody she works with is from Sweden, and they knew the song and they knew the band in Sweden, so that was really, I went, wow, really, yeah.
That is really awesome.
How long is too? I was so happy they did one of my songs in 2012.
Well, speaking again of last night, if that's any indication, you're back, baby, and it was, well, you never left, but last night was just astounding. It was really a great night of music.
Thank you. Desperately Seeking Susan. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much for talking to us.
All right, Susan.
We'll keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Not just another wave in the ocean of music, to be accepted exactly as who you are. Still believe in love, though it may be nothing but a bunch of dreams on a shining star. People in the cheapest seats, were we ever listening? As for the rest of them who just came and paid to see, still searching for peace and understanding, looking for love is still a fantasy. Love and dream wishes may come true, always forever, from me to you. And if you see this someday, in some way, love and dream wishes may come true. Always forever, from me to you. And if you read this someday, and if you should see this in some way,